Hey, you guys, welcome to my channel. Tonight we're talking all things Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 8, Episode 2. You guys, you know how I do. I like to jump right in it. Thank you guys for coming in. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You guys, everything that I say is alleged and in my very own opinion. Everything is my opinion and it is alleged. So you guys, let's jump right into it. So the episode starts off basically, we're still back at the event that Carlos King hosted and had Mel as a co-host on the stage. During this time, he introduces Moses and Sonny to the stage. Yes, Moses and Sonny. Sonny is an ex-producer. I think he introduced her as being a producer, but I think she's an ex-producer because she no longer works for the OWN network or this particular franchise. And as they come out, Mel is completely surprised, and she greets them, and she gets up and she gives them a hug and everything. And I mean, she's completely surprised by this or whatever. So Carlos King, he goes into, introduce them, and he's talking to Sonny, and he's like, Sonny, you were the producer assigned to Destiny when you were here, and now you're married. You married her man. Carlos being messy or whatever. Sonny, she jumps in. She was like, well, I didn't know him. She was saying she didn't know him. She wasn't introduced to him. Destiny did not talk about him to her, and all this stuff, right? And don't let me forget, you guys, when they were being introduced and the way Carlos King did introduce Sonny and Moses, saying that she took Destiny's man, we have an audience member who yells out very clear that she crossed the line, stating that Sonny crossed the line. So Sonny comes off a little aggressive, in my opinion. She's saying, Destiny was a side chick. When she met Moses was dating 5 other women. So Destiny was a side chick. And Moses, I think Carlos asked Moses, what's your take on it? Like, were you guys still together? Moses said, yeah. He said, no, we were still together. He and Destiny were still together when he and Sonny got together. Then he kind of backtracks and pussy pops, in my opinion, because he says, but, we were still together. He said we never broke up, is what he said, you guys. I'm sorry. We never broke up. He said that Destiny was going through a lot with child custody, divorce, and then she was trying to promote her career. She was going to different events and all this stuff, and she just wasn't the woman that he needed her to be. And you guys, Sonny and Moses gave timelines, right? Moses said that Destiny was there in January. She left on the 3rd of January. He did not see her start talking to Sonny until the 12th of January. So not 9 days, right? But then he says, and I'm assuming they must have seen each other. I think they said that Moses came to one of her family events and they saw each other there. And this was in July. He got her number. They didn't start talking in July. They started talking in August. Now, you guys, if you don't know, they weren't engaged long at all, if at all. It seems like they've only known each other for a few months, and they just ran on down to the courthouse and got married. Now, you guys, I don't know all the details, but in my opinion, I'm gonna just say this. I've heard of couples, meeting each other, and from 3 to 6 months after meeting each other, they ran off and got married, and they've been together for 10 plus years or whatever. I've heard of that, right? And it's fine. It's fine. But with this case, in my opinion, is a little more sensitive. And the reason why I say this is because there is television involved. You know, Stormy, she was a producer on the show. She says that Destiny never told her anything about Moses, which I think is a lie, because we saw Destiny on one of the reunions when she did talk about Moses. We even seen her on live or something with Moses there. So producers, they actually have to get to know the people that they're working with, or to learn how to produce them, right? They have to know personal things about them in order to produce the talent, right? So it's just, in my opinion, I think that Stormy, I think she might not be telling the total truth. I think she indeed knew of Moses through Destiny. I that's just what I think. We see that Melody. She's just sitting there, and she, after Sonny was saying what she was saying, Sonny, she kind of reached over and touched Sonny on the knee and said that she felt like it was a lot of hurt and anger coming from Sonny or whatever, because Sonny was coming off real harsh. And I think Sonny was coming off harsh, for one, because the crowd did not receive her in a welcoming way, in my opinion. And for two, she said that because of the interviews that Destiny was out here doing or had done, that was an issue for her, because, Destiny was giving her side of the story. And you know what they say, y'all. There's always three sides to a story. Your side, my side, and the truth, honey. So we're going to move on from there. You guys, the next scene is with Martell, Marceau, and Maurice. We see them riding over. They're in the car. They're talking, Maurice and Marceau. They're talking about a place that Maurice and Kimmy, they have like a mom and pop place, and they need some construction done to it. They need a lot of work or whatever. And he was he was asking his brother, Marceau, to come take a look at it, whatever. That went from that. They was talking about that place, and they started talking about Martell. You guys, clearly, while they're talking about Martell, Marceau is like, we can talk to him, or however he said it, but Martell has always been this way. He's never going to change, and he's not going to change. Okay, so you been knowing how your boy was. Okay, so they get over to the little spec house that Martell has built or had some part in building or whatever. And so they come in, they're talking to him, and they just kind of jump in. They talk about how nice the house looked, and he's back in business, and congratulations, or whatever they said. Then Martell asked them, because Maurice is like, well, we were just talking about a whole lot of things. And then Martell was like, well, what exactly were y'all talking about? Like, Martell, he's not playing slow right now, right? And so basically they just want to know, like, why did you do the interview? Like, they were asking him, why did he go to the bloggers and do an interview about Mel or whatever? And they were saying things, that we already know. We all know that Martell went to Tasha K when he got out of jail from being arrested. He had a warrant, and I think that he actually went and turned himself in because he knew about the warrant. He said he went there to pick up some documents. Nah, I don't know who whatever. You went there because you knew you had a warrant. Your mama said she came real quick. So it kind of seemed like you went and turned yourself in. Your mama was already on notice. She made it a point, because I was getting ready for work. I was curling my hair from work, Miss Marlene, or whatever. And I just knew, let me go get my boy. Okay, Miss Marlene, whatever. That was planned. Melody even said that she was never called. She called him. She called his mom. No one answered the phone, whatever. She didn't know where her kids was. But anyway, back to the point. So Martell, they're asking him, why did you go to the bloggers? Martell went straight to Tasha K. He went straight to Tasha K to defame Melody, to trash her name, to do whatever he could possibly do because he was mad. He was pissed. He was hot. He was mad, y'all. And the Scott brothers are sitting up here trying to tell him that they've been through what he been through and that there's a better way to do it. You know, Maurice Luther King over here, it's a better way to do things. Like, Maurice, you are such a square. Maurice is a square. Maurice is a square. But anyway, and of course, Marceau has to be the loudest one and the only one. And with his emotions, he's the one who's trying to convince you guys to think the way that he does. Martell is not buying it. So much so, like I said, they both are saying that they've been through it. We know Maurice has been divorced. We don't know anything about Marceau being divorced, right? But he said that he got to the point where it was close to a divorce, but he just didn't jump. He didn't jump off the ledge or whatever. And so Martell was like, exactly. So what can you tell me? Y'all got to kind of agree with him. At this point, like, what can Marceau tell you? Marceau likes to think he's the smartest person in the room. We all know Marceau is not. But what I did pick up from this particular scene was the fact that Marceau, they started talking about the fans or whatever, because, you know, Martell, I guess they were looking at the fact that Martell didn't want to look bad in front of the fans or whatever. Martell, you look bad. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I just want to speak on the millimeters real quick. A lot of people come down hard on the millimeters. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Anybody with 2 eyes and 1 damn ear can clearly watch this show and have been watching this show already know Martell is the piece of shit that he is. And they don't even have to be a millimeters. And let's be clear. They give millimeters a lot of credit, as they should, because the millimeters make a lot of noise. But again, it would take only a complete deaf, dumb, and blind person, no intent, no, you know, I don't mean any harm when I say that, but you would actually have to be completely null and void to any of the 6 senses to not see that Martell is what Martell is. It ain't got nothing to do with the millimeters. It don't even have anything to do with fans of the show. That's it. But apparently Marceau has a big issue that Melody has been selling t-shirts and really making money off this t-shirt business. He has a t-shirt business too, but I guess nobody buying them bet on black t-shirts or whatever. Melody just popping them out. She just spitting them out. Just, it's raining. Oh, okay. Sunshine come with the rain shirt, millimeters. She's a marketing genius. And Marceau realizes that he can't get anything from Mel or Martell anymore. So they're kind of useless to him. Because remember, Marceau said, if he doesn't see a value in a friendship, then what's the point? He no longer has any value. There's no value he can see from Martell, because Martell is trying to build from ground zero. He already know Mel ain't messing with him, because Mel see each and every one of you guys for who you are. So now you got to come up with some other type of way. Now Marceau has to kind of rely on himself and Letitia so they can brand themselves. But anyway. So yeah, like I said, because Marceau no longer sees any value or can't get anything out of Martell or Mel, he has no use for them. And now he has to depend on himself to figure it out. And I think he feels that Mel's fan base is so big and so large, because you see, he was like, you heard what he said. or whatever. And I think any millimeter or fan of melodies, they take it, and we can take that and we can laugh about it because we see your skirt is showing, honey. You're jealous and you're hateful and you're mad and you're feeling vindictive, and you're gonna have to do yourself. You can no longer become successful off the backs of Melody or Martell. That's all I'm saying. You guys, we're gonna move on over. Then let's go to Stormy. Stormy goes to Kiki house. She goes over to check on Kiki, see what's going on with Kiki, to find out what's going on with Kiki. Y'all, this is the thing for me. So Stormy gets there. She pulls up in her Cadillac Escalade. Kiki welcomes her in. She goes on and on about her hair. Now, this particular scene, Stormy, you look nice. You look nice. Sometimes your face be giving hard. It gives hard. It gives concrete. It gives hard. But in this particular scene, it gave a little soft. Right? So they sit down. They start talking. Kiki brings up the fact that, when Letitia brought up the fact that Kiki and her husband had both cheated on one another or whatever. Kiki starts talking about that. Amin is in the kitchen. Amin always says, if he's home, it seems like Amin is in that kitchen. And he comes out with that stomach. His stomach comes out that kitchen ahead of him. And he comes in saying, it happened 18 years ago. Kiki's like, no, 19 years ago. Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, Stormy did not care. Stormy was not there to hear about their infidelities, right? And so Stormy just kind of gets right into it and, talks to Kiki about, her talking to the bloggers or whatever. And Kiki is just laying there in her purple, and she's just like, my mom did it. My mom talked to the bloggers. My mom put this information out. She trusted the blogger, and that's how all this stuff came about. And I'ma just have to take ownership of it. Stormy, of course, she's not believing her, just like no one else is believing her. But Stormy is not believing her because why? Stormy herself actually talks to the very blogger who put all this information out against Kiki. And Stormy is trying to get Kiki to admit that she did it, not her mom. Stormy is like, well, your mom's a smart lady. You're a smart lady. Kiki's, yeah, I am smart. I'm smart. I'm, if not the smartest on the show, on the cast, or the smartest one here. And my thing is this right here, Kiki. It's more than just one type of smart. You have people who are book smart. You have people who are street smarts. And then you just have people who just have common damn sense. Now, I never tested you to see how smart you are book-wise. But apparently, I'm going to say you don't have no damn common sense. Because why would you trust a blogger? Why would you trust a blogger? And I think it's appalling that you would throw your mother under the bus. And I think it's even more appalling that Stormy is the one coming to you trying to tell you where you went wrong when, Stormy, you've been talking to your mama. And your mama has come out guns a-blazing against Mel, and she never even met Mel. So, in my opinion, this whole scene was just bull. Because who the hell decided to make Stormy the voice of reasoning? Because we know Stormy is ghetto. We know Stormy likes to get shit started in her own words, right? Why is she here? And she's sitting up here, talking about she wants Kiki to win and all this and that. But weren't you one of the ones who was just laughing at her, calling her duck-winged duck last season when the Crime Stopper video came out of her stealing out of Home Depot, Stormy? And Kiki, you opening your doors and talking to all these people. I know you seen it. So why would you even sit and entertain Stormy? Like, Kiki, I'm going to need you to get it together. You know what? If you do not come back after this season, I think it's in your best interest. I think your cousin Letitia, the last reunion, when Letitia was sitting up there pleading to Carlos King, basically telling Carlos King she ain't right, she ain't ready, she got problems, she got issues. Kiki, you proving your cousin right. You're proving Letitia right. You proved her right. And Stormy, I guess Stormy got to the point where she realized Kiki's never going to admit it in the conversation that they were having at Kiki's house on that couch. She's never going to admit it, but Kiki said, regardless of what, I got to take the fall for it. And Stormy, I guess she took that and she ran with it. She's like, okay, you said that. For you saying that, I'm going to just take that for what it's worth. Because, like Stormy said, she don't believe her. I don't think any of us believe her. However, I want to say this to Stormy. Stormy, you are talking to the exact blogger. If you don't think that same blogger will do to you what he has done to Kiki, you see, he did it. He started with Mel. But Mel checked him real quick. Then he got Kiki. Now you sitting up here, you sending him $500 cash apps. And he's over there windmilling for you. Like, y'all need to, come on. Come on, it's a lot of other bloggers out here. But if you want to play messy, deal with them. I'm just saying, I don't really care. So now we're going to move on from that. We're going to go. Kimmy is at some little cute little restaurant. Not a restaurant. Bistro or whatever you want to call it. And Letitia meets her there. Letitia's happy. Letitia is, telling her about their trip to Africa, how much she enjoyed it. The entire family, 5 of them, they all went. I'm so happy for you. Letitia, I'm really happy that your husband finally took his family to Africa this time. It took a few years, but you convinced your husband and he did it. We all know that Marceau is very stubborn and he likes to do things the way he likes to do things. So as they're talking, guess who pops up? Sonny. Sonny pops up. Sonny pops up. And obviously, Letitia is annoyed. Letitia was like, you didn't tell me this. Girl, I thought this was just going to be me and you. You didn't tell me this. And immediately as Sonny sits down, Letitia, in my opinion, her whole demeanor changed. She was on the defense. And to be completely honest with you guys, you would think Sonny must have messed with Marceau. But she didn't. She did not. So they get Sonny down there. They're making their pleasantries. At least Kimmy and Sonny is. And Sonny, I see her. She's eyeing Letitia because she feeling the heat. Sonny, girl, I know you feeling the heat. Because Letitia don't like you. So Kimmy says, what happened? Like, how did you guys, you and Moses how did you get Destiny's man, basically, right? Because, Destiny is our girl. Me and Letitia, that Destiny's out girl, and I'm side-eyeing Kimmy. I'm like, Kimmy, please, Kimmy, because the last reunion Destiny was on, you did everything you could, or you said everything you could to get Destiny off the show, right? And they made a statement. I think Letitia said, hide your husbands or something like that. And Kimmy said, yeah, hide your husbands, hide your sons. Y'all, we are, if you know, you know. But I'm going to tell you if you don't know. Because Destiny was out here flirting with Jalen, Kimmy's son. Hell, Destiny has been out here flirting with Lunell's son, her oldest son, Lance. Like, Destiny out here moving like a loosey-goosey. She is, but I'm going to address that some other time. Anyway, so they're talking to Sonny. Sonny is letting them know. Letitia, she's like, well, did either one of you guys call Destiny, let Destiny know? Sonny, she's reiterating the fact that, yes, she did text Destiny, I have something, I need to talk to you. Destiny's like, what's up? She said she even called Destiny. Destiny did not answer the phone, so she finally sent her a text and told her that she's been seeing Moses and it's pretty serious. Destiny did not respond. Destiny must have blocked her, and that was it. And so Kimmy and Letitia are basically like, well, you got to understand, like, she was probably hurt. And Sonny was like, yeah, I get it. She was probably hurt. She said, and Letitia, I think she was like, girl code, you broke girl code. And she was like, well, I mean, I don't feel like I broke girl code. She was like, I got enough friends. I have enough family where I don't necessarily need or feel like I broke girl code, although I did feel bad. I had to pray about it, is what Sonny said. She had to pray. So when she said that, Kimmy was like, well, if you had to pray, that means you must have felt something in your soul and your spirit. And it felt wrong. And she was like, yeah, but Sonny was like, she was not going to let that dictate her happiness. She's happy. She said her and Moses, they found love in each other, and she's happy. They're happy. And she wasn't going to stop or let a friendship or girl code stop her from, getting married, having kids, building financial wealth, a legacy, all those things or whatever. And you guys, when she said that, and I'm not saying that I agree with Sonny in any way, but I understood what she was saying. Like, that made sense. Like, it kind of made sense. Okay. We're going to go ahead and jump to the fact that Letitia called her trifling. She said trifling twice, but the second time she actually told her she was trifling. And, she was saying that because, you were around our husbands and this and that. Sonny was like, y'all ain't got to worry about me wanting, I didn't do anything. Wasn't looking at your husbands. Sidebar, Letitia and Kimmy, I think y'all safe. I think y'all husbands safe. Y'all ain't got to worry about nobody checking for them. I'm just saying. So they basically talked about that. Letitia was not happy with Sonny at all. Sonny was like, well, she's been there for Destiny. She's helped Destiny with things financially. Here comes Letitia. Don't say that. I mean, if you're doing something, if you're helping somebody, if you're doing it from the heart, then you shouldn't have to say anything about it. And I agree. I agree with that. If I do something for someone, I don't feel the need to talk about it, and I don't feel the need to bring it up. However, she was like, because Mel did that. Mel brought up the fact that she helped Destiny financially. And Stormy said what she said, and I agree with Sonny. Sonny was like, yeah, but she has been throwing strikes or, throwing punches at her. And she said, I'm going to just let you know, I don't play like that. I'm going to throw them back. Exactly. So when Letitia said that about, even before, Sonny said that if you come for me, I'm coming back for you. before Letitia said, don't do that because Mel did that or whatever. Yeah, Letitia, Mel did it after Destiny went out talking about her, disrespecting her. She did it. Yeah, okay, well, I did this for her. Letitia, I'm be honest with you, you don't strike me as the kind of friend that will financially help one of your friends out. You and Marceau, y'all don't strike me as that type of people. I'm be honest with you. I mean, I'm not talking about no little $20, $100, $200 here. I'm talking about like really help someone out of a bind. Y'all don't strike me as that type, as that couple that will actually financially help someone. I'm gonna be honest with you. Or someone outside your immediate circle or whatever. What else I want to say about that scene? I think that was basically it. We're going to jump right on into Mel being at the studio, working on her song, working on her next performance or whatever. Yes, Mel, you better go, honey. You better sing your song, honey. You better do you, honey. I love it. I like it. You keep doing it or whatever. But in the meantime, she did invite Kiki over. Kiki comes over. They sit down. Kiki says to Mel, I know I'm probably the last person you want to speak to. Mel was like, mm-hmm. You know how Mel does that little subtle, or whatever. And Kiki's like, what do you, I just want to know what you think. And Melanie's like, well, I just want to hear your side. So Kiki goes in apologizing, saying everything got out of hand. And before she knew it, it was all on the internet. Everybody knew it. It was her mom who did it. And I don't think Mel bought that. And if she did buy it, Mel kind of gave her that look, or the look. She was like, Like Mel never addressed that. But the fact that she said it and Mel's looking at her like, you lying and you willing to throw your mama under the bus. That's 2 damn strikes. Actually, that's the 3rd strike. Right? And she's telling Mel that she was disappointed in her. She felt like Mel left her out there or didn't, I guess, rally for her when they were over in the Houston trip or whatever. Mel didn't have her back. Stormy was the only one who had her back. She felt a type of way. She vented to her mom. Her mom then goes vent to a blogger. The same blogger, y'all. Or whatever. Y'all gonna learn. But anyway, Mel was like, okay, well, I heard a whole lot of how you feel. Let me tell you how I feel. Mel basically told her, look, I told you from the jump, be careful who you talk to. Don't expose anything. She said, but you don't listen. You don't listen or whatever. She said, she told Kiki, anybody who's going out here leaking things to the blogs, stuff that shouldn't be said until it's actually out there. She said, I can't mess with you because this is how I feed my kids. All right, Mel, absolutely. This is how I feed my kids. So, I mean, basically that was it. That was it. Kiki said some more stuff and Mel was like, you know what? Well, I wish you well on your journey. And that was basically it. That was the episode. You guys, in my opinion, I give this episode, I give it a 7.5. Like, this was a pretty good episode. Like, we cleared some things up, or we not even cleared anything up, but we this is like the opening to what's really going to happen. So I like this episode. It was pretty good. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to add to it? I guess the questions that I do have is, I have questions for Sonny and Moses, because at the beginning, you guys remember when they were at the Carlos King event, they were giving timelines. Like, they were talking about January, July, and August. They were giving these timelines or whatever. it's been said that Moses and Destiny, that they were dealing with each other for 15 years. I guess off and on, because Moses was married too. So I have a question. Like, I want to know, Moses, when were you married? How long were you married? And when was your divorce? I want to know, Destiny, is this the reason why you and LeBaric divorced? Because he found out about you and Moses? Sonny, is this the reason why you stopped or you quit working for the OWN network as in production? Because you knew that you was having feelings for Moses? Like, these are questions that I still yet have or whatever. You guys tell me your thoughts. I would love to know what you think. If you know the answers, drop it down in my comments. I would enjoy to read it and figure it out or understand better or whatever. You guys, please subscribe to my channel. I'm on the road to 1K at least. You guys help me get to 1K. I thank you guys. I will be back soon with some more commentary. Y'all have a wonderful night, a wonderful evening, a wonderful week. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.